Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. Today's pick a card reading is about what is fading away so that we can make room for much better to come in. So essentially, it's about what cycle's coming to a close. And usually, when we're coming to some sort of ending or we're trying to shift from one way of being, doing to another, it can be sticky and complicated and uncomfortable and frustrating. Sometimes it can feel like chaos, like everything just seems to be going wrong. But these kinds of things happen. This chaos maker comes in to get us moving forward towards something new, to something better, no matter what that thing is, even if it's a little uncomfortable. So something to consider if you feel like you've been really going through it and you're just frustrated and you're really ready for that new beginning now. This is going to be connected to the energy of what is fading out, maybe not completely, so that you can have that new beginning. Before I get started here with the messages, I will say I have a healing meditation that I put out just a couple of days ago that could be useful if you're trying to move through heaviness and get to the end of this cycle so that your new beginning can come in a little quicker. And it's also just generally speaking, always good to have an energy cleanse. So yeah, if you're interested, you can have a look at that. Also, if you've been enjoying these videos, or if you're new here and you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It really helps me grow and it helps me to understand what kind of content to keep putting out that everybody's resonating with. Okay, give yourself a second. Look at those images in the intro. Don't overthink it. Use your own intuition to see which one is drawing you in. And I am going to get started here with message number 1. Hello to my beautiful message 1 choosers. You guys were attracted to that first image, the red card there, with the outline of a ram. So that image is connected to fire energy. Ooh, I think that one wants to come out. We're going to leave that there. Fire energy, Aries energy. You don't have to be an Aries for you to feel connected to it, but it's sort of the energy of leadership, creativity, action, passion, getting things going, momentum. A lot of things being stirred up. And I feel like for some of you, that in and of itself may be a message, but we shall see what else the cards have to say. That's the first one. Okay. Lighten your load. So this is something that's going to start to fade away for you, where you've been having to carry a lot of burdens, heaviness, responsibilities. That is likely to start shifting now. Nice. Prosperity. Now, this is coming on the side of what's been probably challenging you, feeling like you're carrying a lot of the load, all the responsibility being on you, having your hand in everything, being really busy. Perhaps that's that fiery energy too, where you've been doing it and having to be quick and move and do and create. And it's not bringing about the kind of prosperity that you would have hoped for. But these things are starting to shift for you at this time, where your load will definitely become more lightened. Prosperity will be more inevitable as we move forward. Truth. Okay. Seeing the truth about something, gaining more wisdom, gaining more knowledge, where you had blind spots. I think this is going to attribute itself to how you're going to be able to lighten your load and bring in that prosperity that's just been eluding you or been frustrating for you. Maybe there's been a lot of money going out for some of you as well, and it's just been so frustrating. But this is going to shift for you. The energy of this hardship, this frustration, this difficulty, I just keep coming back to, I feel like you've had a lot of burdens and responsibilities put on you financially and otherwise. And the truth of this situation and how you're going to move through it and what it's going to take to get to the other side of it is coming through now. And it's going to help switch this around and everything becomes more even keeled, more balanced, better, essentially. Let's see what else is going to come out with that for you guys. You know that song, Lean on Me? That is running through my head right now. And I wonder if maybe some of you have a difficult time asking for help when you need it. And maybe some of the truth that you're going to be coming to is that you can't do it all yourself. And that's okay. We're not meant to do everything all on our own in this world. Otherwise, we would just be in our own individual worlds. Perhaps it's time to lean on others. Either way, this is about what's coming to an end for you. So heavy burdens, hard responsibilities. I feel like there's a spiritual suggestion here from your spirit guides, from the universe, saying it's okay to lean on others. It'll just move your situation forward to that new beginning and that better energy quicker. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. Nice. I wonder if some of you have a entrepreneurial spirit or you've been trying to get something off the ground. This is general. So for some of you, I feel like these burdens are just life burdens and it's been difficult and there's been this energy of money going out and needing to call in help, and that is coming to an end for you. And it's going to create space for dreams, different dreams, new dreams to come through that are going to bring in more prosperity for you, where you actually have the mental space to call them in, to entertain them. But for others, this is what I was going to say, and I kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry about that message one. But for others, I feel like you've been toiling away. You've had an entrepreneurial spirit. You're trying to make something happen, and it's been difficult and it's been heavy. And you're just like so getting to the point of exhaustion, and I'm over this, and this has just been a lot. This just sort of feels like nothing has been wasted. There's no reason to give up just yet, even if you're tired and you need a bit of a break, because you're about to make your dreams real as a result of doing all this heavy lifting and hard work and having to deal with all these burdens. Sing your own song. Nice. Very connected to that make your dreams real. So I also feel like this might be a little bit of a heads up from spirit, suggesting that maybe some of you are compromising a little bit too much on said dreams, on what it is that you want. Again, I come back to, I think a lot of you have been taking on a lot of burdens. I've had a lot of burdens, heavy responsibilities, this feeling of money going out, maybe because of life situations or investing in something that you're trying to build and it's just been really difficult. Make sure that you are infusing your biggest dreams into this and that you are singing from your soul song, that you're not compromising on those things. Yeah. It's sort of like bringing your authentic self to the table even more than you already have been is only going to bring that better in quicker. Like, don't hold back. Express what's in your heart. Express what's in your soul. I just feel like it's really needed too for a lot of you. You know what's really strange? I'm really attracted to the canary spirit here, the yellow energy. For some reason, yellow feels like it could be very positive for you, whether you use like a yellow stone, a crystal, or wear yellow, or that maybe you're even going to receive messages in some way through yellow birds. Just be mindful of that. I'm not sure what that's all about, but I'm definitely feeling it. Okay. I really feel like everything that you've been dealing with, though, as heavy and exhausting as it's been, and as hard as it's been, this is what's about to come to an end. This is starting to fade. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is happening. And you're being given this heads up that this is going to create space for you to really lean into your soul self, to what it is you really want, to sing your own song, to make those dreams real. And I just feel like for some of you, that's what you've been doing. You've been trying to build something around a dream, and it's been hard and heavy, and maybe there's money going out as a result of it. And this is a bit of a heads up from spirit. Make sure that you're bringing your truth and expressing what it is that you want infused into this, and not compromising or telling yourself it's impossible. And then the other side of it is, I think people have just had life burdens here who chose message one, and there's been no space to allow for daydreaming or new things to come in. But the energy of this too shall pass is what's happening for you now. A lot hinging upon being honest with yourself too, and some sort of truth and information coming through. Okay, we've got 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think some of you have definitely been going through it. It's been a lot of hardship. Money going out maybe on the family front, causing emotional conflict or frustrations. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, money going out, right? Where you've been wanting to hold on tight, maybe savings, you're seeing your savings dwindling for some of you, and it's been really hard and frustrating. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Just done, emotionally exhausted. Wow, message 1. I think a lot of you really are like, yes, please tell me. So there's something better coming in. An 8 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Love to see this here because it's essentially saying, yeah, you're going to come out of this mental prison, this frustration, these worries, these anxieties. I think it's definitely connected to this truth that's coming through. Wisdom, information that you need that you don't currently have is going to be a part of the equation with how this situation starts to turn around and get better. Right? Because upright like this, you see that girl there and she's stuck. She's feeling stuck mentally. But this is shifting, this is changing. And I think it's based on this information that comes through for you. On the bottom is the Fool. There's a big ask here for my message 1s to start to embrace new possibilities, to trust that all this heaviness that you've been in is really going to start to turn around, is really fading out, and that this chaos maker maybe came in to solidify things, to make things better, even if it doesn't feel like that right now, so that as you move forward, everything is like full steam ahead, smooth sailing. Because with the 3 of Wands here, next to that 10 of Pentacles in reverse, a lot of lack of creative beginnings and getting things off the ground and getting to move towards anything or bring anything new into the situation, whether this is on the home front, for yourself personally. I think that's true for a lot of you. That wants to shift and change, right? Prosperity wants to be the thing that gets shipped your way. That is part of the equation of the better. And this capacity to start lightening your load is coming up for you very soon. So I want to tell a lot of my message 1 choosers here, take a deep breath, create some space for some wisdom and truth to come in. Maybe some of you need to quiet your minds a little bit, because I do feel like this energy of, carrying a lot of weight and responsibility, money going out, has been so heavy that it hasn't allowed you to have any time to just breathe, so that this information can come through, this new dream, this new idea, this new scenario that's going to bring in that better. All right. I'm hearing that Lean on Me song again. Definitely think that some of you would benefit from delegating some of the tasks, not feeling like you have to take everything on yourself. And I know that can be really hard, especially for like a single parent out there. It's like, it's always just been me. There is nobody else. I feel like this look again energy, there might be help around you that you can't see, but it's there. But this difficulty is what is about to come to an end. Yeah, happy, which I don't think is something that you've been able to lean into at all right now. Time for a nap, right? So that we can get back to our soul self, our soul song, our personal expression, truth, daydreaming again and getting into this energy of happy. This is what's coming. This is what's going to show up for you. But letting yourself rest, lightening your load, giving some of the workload to others. Look at that. No place like home. So we're going from that 10 of Cups in reverse, which is emotional well-being on the home front, to upright energy of no place like home. It's going to feel a lot better. Things are going to shift. Message 1. Go the distance. Yeah, and it is going to create space for some sort of new endeavor that's going to bring prosperity. Whether you just have these ideas to bring more money into the home, or you're actually cultivating something, a new thing like a business or an idea, whatever it is, if that inspiration starts to come through, absolutely go for it. Message 1. There is there's definitely something to it, especially when you've got this truth showing up here for you and coming out of your like a mental prison of feeling stuck and frustrated and anxious. There's a lot of connection here. You will be able to go the distance. You know, and for some of you where this isn't necessarily connected to just burdens and responsibilities in the home front, but maybe you are actually already trying to build a business, I feel like this go the distance is like, you know, with this time for a nap energy here, it's like the energy of rest if you must, but don't quit, right? And we all need to take a step back so we can reconnect to our soul, to a truth that we may be missing, and to see where we need to really infuse our authenticity and creativity into a dream. A lot of people think that, you know, taking breaks like that is not productive, but sometimes it's the most productive thing we can do. Ooh. Okay, that kind of fell out. I'm just going to pick up your card. Okay, so this is the card that fell on the floor for you guys. Higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love. Ooh, your heart is healed. I love this for you guys. Yeah, because when we're carrying mental burdens, it affects us in our an emotional sense too, right? And we see that showing up here for you guys. This is going to be shifted for you. It's just naturally something that's about to happen that is fading away, but be patient with this because, again, these messages are connected to the eventuality of this, but you were at the beginning of it. You were at the precipice of the hardship moving and shifting and the new and the better coming in. And for you guys, it's going to start with, you know, some of the burdens being lifted off your heart space too, where you're not maybe overprotecting your feelings or your emotions right now, where you can relax a little bit. A heart activation. Yeah, dropping shields, divine love, your heart is healed. That's something that's going to happen for you guys. Gaia gateway activation, holy activations, learning experiences, wisdom transmission, and earth intelligence, truth, singing your own song. There's some sort of epiphany, wisdom, knowledge, 100% that wants to come through for you guys that you've not tapped into, touched on, that's going to help shift this whole situation even quicker. So just stay open to that message one. Wisdom transmissions coming through. And because it's connected to earth intelligence, it definitely feels like it's going to help you make shifts and changes on the physical plane, on the earth plane here in your day-to-day life, that it's going to bring about that energy of prosperity. Yeah. Wow. I love that there's these activations coming through for you guys that are so tangible. Like they feel like, yeah. And I think I'm saying that because I'm getting this tingling in my heart space. And I almost wonder if some of you are going to experience some physical sensations as a result of these activations. Pay attention if you do notice like tingling sensations in your heart space or even under your feet and or at your root chakra, you know, that's lower spine, tailbone energy. Like if you feel sensations around there, I feel like this will be one of your signs that, okay, things are starting to unstick. Everything's getting lighter. I'm moving towards the better. And these activations and physical sensations are letting me know that. All right. I am going to pull a heart card for you guys. Gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. Wow. I love that for you guys. Maybe some of you feel like you can't see the results of the hard work and the things that you do and the responsibilities you take on and the way that you actually help people by your beautiful energy that you share. More of that is needed, singing your own song, your own soul song here, because this is what you bring when you do. Also, for some of you who wish that you could get some validation for the effort and the hard work and all that you do, whether this is in a job setting, on the home front, from a child, from a client, as a parent, whatever it is, there is definitely people who appreciate you. They see your value, even if they haven't told you, and you just wish you could get that validation. You've definitely helped someone somewhere by what you do, by all the things you take on, by all the heavy responsibilities that you carry, by the way that you show up for others, even if they're not thanking you in the physical, which would be great. But this is just your heads up that you've helped someone in some way just by being you. And more of that, doing more of that, I feel will bring in that physical validation, or that, that verbal validation that maybe some of you've been needing and looking for to keep going. Yeah. All right. I have one last card here I'm going to pull for you guys. I think that you guys are ready to take a breath out, to release all this hardness, heaviness, tension, to lighten your load. And I think you've got these truths, wisdom, information coming through that are really going to help you end off this harder cycle where you've had a lot of difficulty and maybe seeing money going out and things being tricky on the home front, maybe as a result of these things. This is what's coming to a close for you. And it's going to bring in beautiful, prosperous energy where you can connect more to your dreams and what you really, really want, your authenticity, and embody this energy that other people see you as this beautiful being that helps others in some way. Look at this. On target. Follow your ideal life path. Make your dreams real. Sing your own song. There is something that you guys are meant to be doing. I don't think there's been space for it because you've been dealing with a lot of hard stuff, or you've been working on it and not seeing results. This too shall pass, message one. This is what's coming to an end. Information's going to come through soon. That's going to really help you with this. Hang on. Let yourself rest if you must. Don't quit on anything, because everything is as it should be and you're going in the right direction. I love that for you guys. All right. I am going to leave that there. I hope all of you have the most amazing, beautiful day. Take care, guys. Hello, message two. All right. For my beautiful message twos. Now, you guys were attracted to that second image. The blue card, is it the blue? No, it's the purple card. It's purple with fish on the front. So watery energy, emotional, connected to Pisces, but you don't have to be a Pisces for you to have been drawn to that. There could be a few things here. Maybe you've been dealing with some emotional things. This could be in family life, in romance, with friendships, you name it. The fish could symbolize having to feel like you just have to keep swimming through hardship to get to the other side. There's a lot that could be going on there for you guys, but I just wanted to mention some of the energies attached to the image you chose. Healing. Okay. So healing energy. Peace. Wow. Lighten your load. Wow. This came up in message one too. All right. So what's interesting for you guys on the bottom is new beginnings. Okay. So something that's about to shift and change. You're coming to the end of a healing cycle. So this lets me know, this makes me feel that a lot of you have been going through it. You've been dealing with hard and heavy emotions, but you've been doing the work. You've been trying to move through it, kind of reconcile and make peace within yourself. But I feel like you're still carrying a lot of the mental, emotional load in your body and soul. So there's still a little bit more healing to do. But this is what's coming to an end. Almost like you've been going through a deep night of the soul. Is that how you say that? A deep night of the soul. Hard emotional healing work within you, breaking free from things, um, pains from the past, hurts from the past. I really feel like you guys have been doing work around this. You haven't really necessarily got to this energy of peace just yet, but you're about to. This is what's going to shift for you. This is what's coming to an end. Like that feeling of, am I ever going to feel whole? Like I had this spiritual awakening and I ended up bumping up against all these things within myself that I needed to shift and change or let go of because they were hurting me and not helping me. You're coming to the end of that kind of a healing cycle so that you can have a new beginning. But this lighten your load card is a suggestion from spirit. What are you still holding on to that needs to be released so that better, that energy of better and new beginnings can really fully show up? What are those last pieces? Because this wants to be shifted out, and it is shifting out. You are doing the work. Let's pull some more cards. I get this feeling of once you've come to the end of this, because this is suggesting this is what's fading out, this need to keep being in this healing cycle and move through hard emotional, heavy things. I feel like you're going to feel like a totally new person. It might even shock some people. Okay. How many cards is that? Whoa, 4 cards. You know what? We'll figure it out. It was supposed to just be 2, but we'll figure that out. Be generous of spirit. I'm going to have to put, where am I going to put? I'll put that here. Be generous of spirit. Be playful. You know, and that really makes sense with needing to bring in peace. That last bit of healing that needs to be done is coming to a close, allowing for playfulness to come through, lion energy of generous of spirit kind of showing up. I almost feel like for some of you, it's about putting your heart on the line again and opening up your heart to new people, situations, romantic partnership by being playful and showing the world and people who you really are. But you've been going through a healing. I really feel like a dark night of the soul, really bumping up against emotional things. Wow, look at this. Spirit has your back, and be generous of spirit. It's like you're safe to do so. I feel like a lot of you have been overprotecting your heart. I'm definitely getting this connection to love for some of you. Overprotecting your heart, not wanting to put your heart on the line or out there, but spirit has your back. You are protected. Time to be open with your spirit. Allow that peace to be fully embodied and moving through your body in a way that allows for this healing completion to happen, because this is happening for you at this time. Give with gratitude and grace. You've got be generous of spirit. Spirit has your back, and give with gratitude and grace. And I feel like it's yourself. Give yourself. Show people who you really are. No more holding back. No more hiding your heart, your love, the beauty that you are. Male or female, that doesn't matter. Give with gratitude and grace. You know what's funny? I feel like some of you are going to see turkey vultures in the sky, and they're going to be like messengers in some kind of way for you. I don't know why I feel like that. I think that's going to be a thing for some of you. All right, let's pull some more cards. Okay. Yeah, you are about to close off a healing cycle. I feel like that is bringing about some sort of spiritual awakening, a new awakening of a new self, like shedding an old skin. And you're almost there. We need to lighten your load in your heart space a little bit and allow that peace to be fully embodied, because you're getting prepared for something better. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be someone better. A new love, a new community, emotional connection that's super fulfilling. Ten of Wands in reverse. Look at that with the burdens again, right? Upright, letting go of these final pieces that you've been holding on to that have been hard for you to heal out or let go of. I think that might have something to do with guarded heartedness, guarded heart, because he's still carrying that load, but it is in the reverse, suggesting this is something we need to let go of to really bring in that peace. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Sometimes the Six of Pentacles in reverse makes me think that we're spending too much time weighing something, overthinking something, rather than just acting on it. And it also would block peace. Like it feels like almost like a mental block in some kind of way where it causes us not to feel balanced and stable. See how he's weighing the pentacles on the scale? Yeah, there's something to that for me here for you guys. I think maybe spending a little bit too much time weighing options, overthinking things, replaying, I think as well, for some of you. Yeah, the Star in reverse. Because feeling a little bit disconnected from that soul self, that emotional person, but it's also just a big disconnection from hope and faith that things can and will get better for you and that you will actually feel completely healed and ready for new emotional experiences that are fulfilling. So the Star card's asking you to hold on to hope, find a way to reconnect to it, to release these final burdens and these things that maybe you're spending too much time overthinking. And I don't say that to be unkind, but I feel like you've already been doing a lot of healing work and you're so close, and this really wants to end off for you. But embodying that star energy is a big ask here for you guys. Yeah, Page of Wands. And yeah, so just sort of not allowing passion, inspiration, that creative energy held in the sacral to stir that emotional center to be ignited in a passionate way so that you say yes to things and move towards them. There feels like there's still a lot of fear here, but this is going to come to an end for you guys. You're being set up for this. This is what's fading out, the need to keep being this healing energy. Seven of Wands. Yeah. Guarded, ready to fight and defend. And I feel like that's because you guys have had to in your life, especially in connections and in emotional situations, having to defend your stance, what you want, what your desires are, what you believe, what you've maybe even who you are and what you create. But this is the energy to be released, and it is coming up for release. I do think that for you guys, there's a bit of a heads up from Spirit because you had these 4 cards that fell out, saying that this is going to require you to make a decision to reconcile these last pieces that you're carrying, to say, I'm ready to heal these out. They're not serving me anymore. I don't want to hold on to this. It's preventing me and blocking me from this beautiful, better new beginning where my emotions are going to be appreciated. My heart will be seen in a beautiful light by others. And I'm ready for it. Yeah. On the bottom, we have 3 of Pentacles. And that's sort of like new beginnings. They start off slowly, but we've got new beginnings and we're building something. We're building momentum. We have our footing underneath us and things are starting to go well. It's also connected to receiving help from others too, having other people brought into the equation. And I really feel like this is something that wants to show up for you guys. Let's pull some more cards here for you. I keep hearing "when you believe." Like I think it's a lyric from a song because it's kind of sounding melodic in my head. When you believe. So there's something to that here as well for you guys. Like an acceleration of this healing energy and the completion of it happens when you believe, when you really embody that star energy. Milk and honey, the rainbow in there. it's kind of like life's little luxuries, the sweetness of life, really embracing and embodying that. And I feel like this is absolutely coming for you with that blessing, with the blessings and spirit having your back with that rainbow there. Definitely a thing showing up for you that wants to show up for you. By the book. And we've got a family there, and I'm noticing the number 11. That playful energy that showed up here in the sandpiper up there, where might you be being a little bit too by the book? Maybe following some sort of rule, or, to the letter, to the T, where maybe flexibility would be a little bit better. Geez, I shouldn't have touched that. Now I can't get this to stay up. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm going to fix that. All right, I had to fix the card. It wouldn't stay up. But yes, where might you need to be a little bit more flexible, kind of like dip a toe into your the energy of discomfort, like out of your comfort zone, so that you can bring in some new and beautiful energy. Yeah, where might you be a little bit too rigid in your stance? This defensive energy, right? Fighting and defending, or again, just maybe following a routine so much so in some kind of way that we can't allow new people and experiences and community to come in that is absolutely connected to positive emotions, right? Because this is what's wanting to fade out. This is what's coming to a close. And that's the better that wants to come in. The sweetness of life, new community, new connections, new love interests for some of you. But we need to be able to be willing to go to the edge of our comfort zone. Think of it as looking at, like, standing on the edge of a cliff and looking out. And we might be afraid to go right to the edge and look and not take that leap of faith because we don't trust, right? We're not in that energy of hope. We don't trust that spirit's got our back and that we're going to be safe to do it. This is sort of suggesting what is going to be possible for you, that you can take the leap. And it's going to bring in sweetness and emotional fulfillment, new people, community, a love interest for some. Time for a nap. And resting the mind, right? Letting the mind rest so that you can ease. I feel like for a lot of you, anxiety and frustration and, taking on a lot, too many burdens, lightening that load. But for you guys, it's not just a mental load, it's an emotional load as well, right? Rest and recuperation, healing, allowing that final healing to happen. Okay, this is perfect. Come to the edge. That's kind of what I was just talking about, standing at the edge of a cliff and being too afraid to take that leap. It's time. It's time for you to. It is, your message feels like, yes, you're doing the healing work. It's all going in a positive direction for you, that you're doing a good job with it. But these last pieces could unstick a lot quicker if you were willing to come out of your comfort zone a little bit, open up your heart, trust that spirit's got your back, that you are safe and protected. And that's what's needed is for your true self and your heart to shine open in order to attract the right emotional community connections in person. But we have to be willing to face the fears that come with that and do it anyway. Right. And yes, I do feel, I keep coming back to, I definitely feel like for some of you, there is a new emotional connection in romantic love that wants to show up. But for others, I just feel like it's emotional situations and community. And it's going to be so beautiful. You're going to be so well received by them. Even if that hasn't been the case in the past, where you've been burned by friends and groups, family, whatever it is, this new beginning, I feel like this better thing that wants to come in is connected to that for you guys. And you're so close. You're so close to it. All right. Okay. The divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and God incidences. Okay. So do you remember I said I feel like for some reason oh gosh, I probably shouldn't have picked that card up again. For some reason, I feel like Turkey Vulture might be a spirit messenger for you at this time. Look up their symbolism, look at what they mean. They're very connected to emotions as well, and family, because they're very good parents, and they never leave a comrade down. They live in big communities. I think they're going to be a messenger, as could any of these other animals that have shown up. But either way, you've got synchronicities being shipped your way, God incidences, interconnectedness that wants to happen for you. Things are coming together for you. I almost feel like it's a matter of you deciding that you're ready for these last pieces to fade out, and then it does. And then you have that new beginning, and that the better starts to just be shipped your way, like very quickly. Yeah. Okay. Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. And it's that energy of healing out. These are my wants and my desires. I won't compromise on them. And I am seeking out those that will relate to me, that will understand me, that will see my heart and never want me to change who I am or how I am or what I bring and what I offer. This is what's wanting to show up for you. And wanting to seek those kinds of individuals with fear and worry that you never will, or that you might get hurt, or that it's not possible, it will block that progress. And that's just letting you know there's a little bit more healing to do. There's some things to let go of, but it's entirely possible for you, message one. And I really do feel like, more so than in message one, not only is this healing energy in this cycle coming to a close for you, and are these synchronicities and beautiful energies of people and emotional positivity and romance being shipped your way, I think that it really is going to be up to you how quickly this happens, with deciding to embody some of these energies and release some of your burdens and fear and guards that you've put around your heart space. I feel like it's entirely possible for you to get there with it. Scary, yes, but entirely possible. These heart cards are complicated to shuffle. Affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. We've got that with gratitude there too. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life as we acknowledge the divine order of life. The universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the hearts of creation, and creation responds accordingly. And that goes so well with this, and here with the give with gratitude and grace. You are what you seek, right? I think that fear blocks you from fully embodying this energy, because it makes you feel like you're safe, a little bit safer, and protecting yourself a little bit more. And this is something, a shield that needs to be dropped, so that you can welcome in this new emotional energy that's positive, connected to people, situations, community, and love interests. Okay, I'm going to cap this off with a final message here. Tree of life, true wisdom and making good choices in life. Yeah. True wisdom and making good choices in life. Yeah. This is what's coming for you, though. That energy of the tree, to be more grounded, more rooted, more centered in your life, more centered in your heart, and coming from that space, all showing up for you guys. I love this for you guys. Yeah. You are so close to this energy of needing to go through this healing cycle coming to a close. It's just up to you how fast this next part goes, because I definitely think it's connected to you releasing some of those fears held in your heart about really allowing yourself to be seen and not being afraid that's going to bring in more hurt for you. But it's coming. It's all shifting out. That better is being shipped your way. So be open to these synchronicities and God incidences that are going to be showing up for you. I do think for some of you, animal messengers, but I also think just people are going to start showing up for you, and you get to decide, yes, I'm ready for it. I've got this. This is happening for me now. This is my better starting. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care. Hello to my beautiful message 3 choosers. You were attracted to that final image, the blue card with the outline of the female on it, the maiden. This is connected to Virgo energy, earth energy. And so things like beauty and practicality, earthy things, the day to day, meticulousness, perfectionism can also be a thing here. Being grounded. I say that to say that part of why you were attracted to that could have to do with some of those things that are being faded out or that are going to be brought in for the better, but we shall see what shows up in the cards. I also am getting a builder energy, which is strange, like building. Virgo energy and Virgo traits tend to be really good for building things because routine and meticulousness. I don't know. We'll see what else comes out. Okay, boundaries. Virgos are really good with boundaries too, Virgo energy. You don't have to be a Virgo for that to make sense either. Boundaries. Confidence. Nice. Oh, I love this. Transformation. Okay. So where you have been lacking boundaries, where your energy gets pulled into maybe negative situations around negative people, maybe that's been your story up until now. And it's created a lack of confidence in you, and it's been a challenge for you to get that back. This is what's starting to transform. The energy of feeling less than, lower self-esteem, not having healthy boundaries and putting them in place, making things just be like you're on a never-ending loop of the same old thing, the same old situations, energies, and people. This is what's fading out, and that better is going to come in. There's going to be transformative energy where you feel more confident and you feel confident enough to create healthy boundaries and say no when it is an actual no. It's a complete sentence, right? That might be something that some of you guys have struggled with, having difficulty creating that, feeling like you're going to disappoint people. Maybe some of you have had people pleaser tendencies too. Don't like to hurt people, don't like to make them feel upset, don't like to disappoint anybody. But I feel like part of your personal soul journey here is to embody your truth and to know that you can be a whole beautiful human and still say no. I don't know why. I'm just feeling like that's a thing here connected to the confidence. But where this has lacked, where you have been lacking these things, this energy, this difficulty is about to fade out and bring in something much better. Beautiful transformation energy there with that butterfly. Let's pull some more cards. You know, I don't know why, but I feel like for some of you, maybe you've experienced difficult connections and friendships and relationships where it almost feels like people take a lot from you, or you show up for them, but they're not necessarily showing up for you. This could relate to things at work as well, and people that you have to deal with at work. It could connect to romantic partnership. But you are changing, I feel like, on a cellular level, and this hardship and the way things have always been and how difficult it's been as far as these types of things are about to shift. You've got transformation brewing here. Sandpiper spirit, this showed up in message too. There's a lot of overlap. Anyways, be playful, be joyful, right? And it's hard to be when we're not feeling our best selves. When maybe we don't feel attractive enough, we don't feel good enough. We lack the confidence to really let ourselves be seen, knowing that we have healthy boundaries and we're not afraid to put them in place and say no to situations and people that aren't best for us rather than just trying to placate others. I feel like all of that is going to be shifted out for you. The opportunity to shift it out is happening now. It's been difficult, but part of this equation is allowing yourself to be a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more playful. Open, be open. This card showed up in the other one too. Give with gratitude and grace. So there's some overlap. If you weren't sure between message 2 and 3, you might want to have a look at some of message 2's message to see if any of it resonates. Give with gratitude and grace. And I feel like some of you have been protecting yourselves and guarding yourselves from maybe meeting new people, inviting in new situations that would bring in beautiful change for you because you've been burned in the past, because people have taken advantage of your kindness, your loyalty, all the beautiful things about you, but not given in return, not giving you what you need. This is coming to a close. You are moving towards a time and an energy where it's optimal for you to actually make positive connections, where people will respect you. What you want and how you feel is going to matter, but you have to be willing to give of yourself and open your heart to it, to these people, to these situations, whether it's friends, romantic partnerships, new places of business where you will feel connected to the people that you work with. Yeah. Okay. Let's pull some tarot cards here. But I feel like one of the main heads up here that Spirit is giving you is that it's the boundaries, right? You can have boundaries, but we can also have too many boundaries, right? Having healthy boundaries is always good as it pertains to what we know is right for us, best for us, what we're not willing to tolerate from people, especially if they're taking advantage of us. Absolutely. It's good to have a boundary when that happens. But I feel like for some of you, you've gotten into a energy where you've created so many boundaries that you're just not even really connecting with anybody anymore, right? Just overprotected, a lot of guardedness around your heart, your soul, for fear that I'm just going to get used again, or I'm going to be disappointed again by the way these people end up treating me. It feels like that for some of you. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Definitely an energy of feeling like you have to defend yourself. Yep, the Devil and the boundaries. I feel like maybe some of you don't trust yourself to know when to have a boundary towards the right people in situations versus the ones where you actually need the boundary, and that devil plays there. I feel like some of you just connected to a lot of people with this take advantage of devil type energy. The Tower in reverse. Okay, I see where we're going here. And 7 of Cups, choices, emotional choices. All right. Okay. Couple of things here. Message 3. Boundaries are important. No is a complete sentence. Absolutely true. And yes, and that makes sense, especially as it pertains to the way that you show up for yourself. However, I do think some of you are putting too many boundaries around your heart and who you are and being in your openness and allowing others in because of the way that people have treated you in the past. Totally understandable. But you're coming to a time where that energy wants to get wrapped up, that feeling of being disappointed, of being less than, not being seen, not having people show up for you the way that you've always showed up for them. That's coming to an end. Transformation wants to happen. New people want to come in, but it requires your openness and for you to release the barriers that you've put around your heart. Otherwise, we can't draw on the right kind of people, right? You're being offered emotional choices here that could feel really good, but the only way that this transformation happens is if you actually choose with an open heart. Because with the Tower in reverse, it's saying nothing's really changed. Things have been idling along, staying the same. And it's frustrating for you, I think, mentally and emotionally. But it feels like you're in control of this Tower moment where everything can shift and change in a really big and massive way if you allow yourself to trust when you need healthy boundaries and when maybe you're being over boundaried, if that makes sense. Right? Because there's this defensiveness here too. And I always attract this devil energy that wants to come to an end. This is the cycle that's fading away. And the better that wants to come in are better people, more respectful people, people who see you, who would never want to hurt you or disappoint you like others have in the past. And Three of Pentacles is just like starting to build something. So there's a lot of connection there as well. Starting to slowly build something that's worth its weight in gold, that's going to be valuable to you. It doesn't have to be in a monetary way, but you value these new connections and people. This is some of the better that wants to be shipped your way. But I feel like there's a lack of trusting yourself with others and trusting others in general. It feels like for good reason for my message 3 choosers. I definitely get the sense that if you only knew that you would say this to me, if you only knew what I've been through and how taken advantage of I've been, you'd understand. I don't want to feel that again. But that cycle is wrapping up. It feels like you've learned some hard lessons there, but that's the whole point. You've learned them. You're ready to move on to greener pastures. And I think they want to start showing up for you. I almost wonder if some of you have started something new recently too. Ooh, card that flew out. And it might be something that leads to better and healthy connections, people, situations. But in order to allow that to really transform, you have to be more open. I feel like that might be a thing for some of you. So let me pause while I grab the card that flew on the floor. Okay, so the card that fell on the floor here is Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, and rebirthed by light. Yeah, I think some of you are definitely walking towards this new beginning. I even think some of you already have. And it is connected to people and situations. This could be like a new job or at a school or just a community that you're now involved with. And maybe you're holding yourself back a little bit. Be as open as you possibly can. Allow this shift to happen. Trust that you are being guided towards much better, because that's the energy that's showing up for you, the better, after this hardship that you really have moved through the difficulty and you're coming to the other side of it. Excuse me. I say that to say, I just think that you've already done some healing work on yourself and you've already had to move through and learn hard lessons. But that's, again, I come back to that's the point you have. And you're really ready for this new, more beautiful, blessed beginning with people and situations that are much more aligned with you. There's that sacral chakra, sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness and sensuality. Oof. Okay. So activation for renewal, rebirth, a new portal, rebirth by light, feeling lighter, releasing the difficulty and the people that hurt you from the past, that devil energy, that's coming to a close. That's fading out. You're not attracting those kinds of people anymore, but you must be open to it. Maybe doing a sacral chakra meditation would be really good for you to clear out that emotional space, right? Because that's where we hold guilt and shame and fear. And I definitely think that you would benefit from clearing out that space. That will only allow this beautiful and this better to come in quicker. Okay, I'm going to pull another card here. Oh no, I said heart card. It's not a heart card. It's these cards that I'm doing next. All right. Yeah. It's funny because I've been hearing songs through all these messages in my mind. They show up. I've been having a song show up for each message, and I'm not sure why, but the tide is high, but I'm moving on. Is what I feel, and what I'm hearing for you guys. You know what this makes you feel like? I do fear that tidal wave, that tsunami wave that's going to blow me over emotionally. But I know that I need to take a risk now and move forward and trust that I've done the work, that I've learned some things, and I'm actually ready for change and new people and healthy connection with people who are carrying and embodying energy that I resonate with, and not that devil energy, not the users and the abusers. Blessed. I love that. Yeah. So where you have felt like you've got to fight and defend, you're being blessed with beautiful new things coming in, new people, situations, building blocks. Yep. And it's got a really good foundation underneath it too here, message 3. Like, being blessed, having the good structured building blocks to build a solid foundation with these people, these situations, this place of work, this new romantic partner, whatever it is. I definitely think that for some of you, it's new connections, community, and love. Buy the book. Okay. This actually goes really well with the image that you chose, right? Because it's that Virgoing energy. They can be there's so many things that I love about Virgos and Virgo energy. But one that's difficult is needing to let go of routine, needing to be more flexible and open and go with the flow rather than rigid and conform to what they think they need to be doing. So there's something to that here with letting go of by the book energy. It doesn't have to look like this. You don't have to go that way. You can release some of your routines and the way that you've always done things and be more flexible and open to new things showing up for you, because this is how transformation happens. This is how we change our lives and move towards better things with that openness, right? But nothing can get in if we're too regimented and stuck to one way of doing and being. Milk and honey, sweetness coming in, and you've got that rainbow energy. It also feels like abundance, and then you've got that rainbow with which I just said is blessings. It's blessings. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm getting discombobulated here, but blessed. And then rainbows always to me are a symbol of being blessed, blessings coming in, especially where things have been difficult. This need to bring that sweetness and trust, right? Give with gratitude and grace. Be open your heart, bring that sweetness in, because it's going to bring down beautiful blessings. Let go of a bit of that being rigid and maybe too staunch in your stance about particular things, going with the flow and allowing, and trust yourself that you will know and recognize if you need to put a healthy boundary in, if you need it, to say no to somebody, or that you will recognize those users and abusers if they happen to cross your path. But I really don't feel that's the case at this point. You are definitely coming out of that cycle of attracting the wrong people and situations and moving towards attracting the right ones. But now we have to deal with the battered heart that resulted from dealing with the wrong ones so we can say yes to the right ones. But yeah, this is the big shift that's coming in. This is the better that's moving towards you. It feels like it's just a matter of you saying yes at this point, allowing. I said it in one of the other readings. It's like feeling that fear around it, but doing it anyways and trusting yourself that no matter what, you'll be just fine. But this blessed and building blocks and milk and honey and more blessings coming through is the direction that you're headed. It's beautiful energy. And you are being activated for this new beginning too, with this renewal and rebirth by light. You're getting the prayer card. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. I think we just said that. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light, which emanates from my soul, and the eternal light, which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. I love that card for you guys. It makes so much sense. Helping to let go of fear, to be more flexible. We've talked about all that up here, right? With that rigidity by the book, releasing that. I almost feel like some of you guys should take a snapshot of that and read this back to yourself. I think it's really connected to that need for more confidence within yourself as well. Yeah. Yeah. You are worthy of positive people, situations, and connections to show up for you. You are, and you're coming to that time where that difficulty, those hardships is fading away, and these better energies are being shipped your way too. It's just a matter of saying yes to it and releasing boundaries around your heart that block these things from showing up. Okay, I'm going to pull one final card for you guys. I really love that prayer card. It's just beautiful, the message on there. Ooh, look at this. Love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Well, I did say I did feel like for some of you, this is romantic connection that might be coming in. But yeah, you've got, you know what, this card's facing the wrong way. So I'm going to pull that one up too. Anyways, love charm. Yeah. Someone positive, beautiful, that can be trusted is going to be shipped your way. You might want to block this because of the past and because of what you've been through. But I feel like this is your spirit's heads up. This is the something better that you've been waiting for. The hard parts are fading away and you can move into trust and allow this transformation to happen. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. Yep. I love that for you guys. And I had this feeling of like, it's about time for some of you. And then this was face up. So it should have been like this in the deck, but it wasn't. So I'm going to pull this one too. And it says Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. That makes sense too, right? Harmonious people, positive energies coming in of people, their energy, ones that you can trust that will be able to help you and connect to you in the most beautiful way, almost like kindred spirits and soul connections, but by way of friendship and community. Yeah. Harmony in the home and great friendships, Mystic Star. Yeah, this is part of the transformation as well. That's beautiful energy that wants to show up for you. You are definitely coming out of the hard parts of having had to deal with all the difficult people, the people who were not respecting you or treating you the way that you deserve. All right. I don't think there's anything else I need to touch on here for you guys. No, I'm going to leave that there. I hope all of you have the most amazing, beautiful day and do whatever you can to release the fear of allowing this energy to come towards you. I think it's going to be beautiful. Take care, guys.